Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is the 11th of 2026, and the top crypto news is as follows. We will start with something unrelated to crypto, but important for everyone. The European Union Parliament has approved a chat control measure that allows companies to scan your conversations, and this will come into effect in 2028. They tell us they are doing this to detect child sexual abuse material, for example. However, there are already many voices across Europe saying that this allows companies to monitor other things in our conversations as well. From the European Union, we move to our crypto news and we go to Trump and a bill that prohibits the Federal Reserve from developing its own central bank digital currency for a period up to 2031. This is a bill that the President of the United States will not sign, but it does not matter. Here is why. When a bill is sent to the President of the United States for signature, the President has two options, either to sign it or to veto it. If neither action is taken and 10 days pass, the bill is automatically considered signed. So that is why the President will not sign it, because once midnight passes it will become law regardless. Continuing on the topic of the Federal Reserve, let me also mention that there was a proposal from New Hampshire to issue Bitcoin bonds worth $100 million. Unfortunately, that proposal failed to pass the final vote, so we will not be seeing anything like that. Turning our attention to companies, we go to Hyundai, which becomes the first company to develop internal stablecoin transfers. Hyundai, the third largest automobile manufacturer in the world, has built an internal settlement system based on blockchain, specifically the Avalanche blockchain, for internal stablecoin transfers. It becomes the first major company in South Korea to do this. What is happening is a pilot program to conduct live transfers of United States dollars and Tether stablecoin between Hyundai motor entities in the United States and Mexico. This is a real use case, which is something rare in the crypto market. They are doing this to reduce the cost and time associated with traditional banks and their outdated systems for the modern era, while blockchain is the most advanced technology we have for these purposes. The first phase involves a transfer of $20,000 from Hyundai Motor America to Hyundai Motor in Mexico, converting dollars into the Tether stablecoin before the funds are converted back into dollars for use. With tricks like these, companies will be moving their wealth in the near future, and we will see more of this. Moving on from this company, and speaking of stablecoins, we go to Circle, which has managed to obtain a national trust bank license, something we expected, just as we expect many companies to gradually become banks. From stablecoins, we will move to a small piece of news about Zcash, which we were also expecting. Cash is aiming to release the Ironwood upgrade, which protects Zcash from counterfeiting following a problem it experienced about a month ago on the 28th of July. We simply await to see whether they manage to pull off a successful implementation. The last and most important news of the day takes us to Ledger, researchers who managed to find a vulnerability in Tangem. However, as you will see, this problem turns out not to be that significant for practical reasons. Ledger researchers have disclosed a security vulnerability in Tangem, hardware wallet cards that allows an attacker to reset the card's access code through a laser fault injection attack. This particular breach requires physical access to a Tangem card, specialized laser fault injection equipment, side channel analysis tools, and hardware security expertise. The kind of expertise that takes more than a decade to acquire, along with all the machinery involved, which can cost up to $250,000. It is worth noting that the cards do not have a firmware update mechanism, so to fix this flaw, Tangem would practically need to send you a new card that does not have this problem. However, as Tangem itself states on X, it disputes the practical significance of the findings, emphasizing that the attack requires expensive laboratory equipment, physical possession of the card, and a decade of specialized expertise, making the risk to everyday users virtually negligible. I should mention that almost all hardware wallets I can think of, except for Ngrave, can, as far as I know, be compromised with such expensive equipment. unlimited time, and extensive knowledge, provided a security researcher has the physical wallet in their possession to breach it. I will exclude Nengrave because it has far superior security technology compared to the other wallets you see on this list. Moving on from our hardware wallets, and as you have understood, the problem with Tangem is not practically dangerous for the everyday user. We will move on to our beloved crypto market, where simply put, Bitcoin stands at $64,000 with nothing new on the price front for now. That wraps up the top news for crypto. Today is the 11th of 2026. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.